Okay, well, folks, we're back here for another ETBU Coaches Show segment, and this is Kenneth Klein along with Marty Robinson. And now it's time to talk ETBU volleyball with head coach Keely Peterson. Well, Coach Peterson, last week, of course, 2-1, but you were able to pick up a couple of big wins against Louisiana College and Belhaven University. Just kind of talk about the weekend general things that you kind of saw that were pretty impressive for the wins.
Well, coming off UTD, it was a tough match. It's always so hard to go play there, but going into Belhaven, it's really tough going to play there too. You just don't know what to expect. Coach D there, he gets the crowd really going. I think they had like a yell practice during the warm up. It was pretty intense. And then he gets his girls going. We talked all week last week about how like he's going to get those girls to do things they couldn't do themselves. Like he just brings the best out of his team, and to be expecting that and to go out and play hard, you don't have time to let up. And the girls did that. We went there, we handled our business, and we were able to come away with a sweep there. And then of course, we drive all the way to Jackson, we play a match, and then we drive to Pineville. We stay the night in Pineville. So it is a long weekend. It's possibly one of our more difficult, if not the most difficult, road trips, just in logistics kind of aspect. But so we pulled into Pineville at like 12:30 in the morning, and which is kind of good because it means the girls get to sleep a little longer. We got up and we went to Louisiana College, which they're in their second year of their program, so it's kind of a younger group, and they're not as strong athletically, but what they make up for it and just grit and determination. And we got there, and the kicker is there's no air conditioning. So, just adjusting from a small gym like Belhaven to a big gym like Louisiana College, and then no AC. The girls were slipping all over the floor. It was just crazy. But, we were able to get everybody in, and everybody played well. And it was really exciting to see, some of our younger girls when we were playing against Louisiana College just really hold their own. And we didn't skip a beat, from set to set, playing different people. We put a different lineup out there each time, and everybody just did really well. So I was just really impressed with them this weekend.
And Coach, one of the things that I kind of noticed just looking at the box scores from this past week is that I feel like your team has gotten stronger mentally, and I feel like this year, I don't know if it's the experience or just being with this core group here for another year, but is that something that you've noticed from the sidelines, or what is it to you that's made the difference this year?
Well, I think part of it is our determination. We worked really hard on mental toughness throughout. Since I've been here, that's been a key thing that we've really focused on in the spring. And we brought in freshmen that came from great programs and are already kind of established in their mental toughness. And so we focused really hard on that. And they don't really skip a beat with it. And I think part of it is maturity. These girls they understand what I expect now. I'm going into my third season with them, or this is my third season going into it. And these girls know what I'm looking for and what is expected of this team, and they really understand that. So our mental toughness has really picked up a little bit. We've got a different type of focus whenever the going gets tough, and it's exciting to really see that.
Now this week, of course, Coach, going to be another difficult challenge as well. Starting tomorrow night, you have a home game here, and you're taking on, of course, the always enjoyable rivalry, the University of Texas Tyler Patriots as well. However, stakes are not as huge as they would be in years past because Tyler is officially a non-conference game. So even with all that, just kind of talk about the intensity and the rivalry is still there, especially. Just kind of talk about, having to play a team, even if it doesn't count towards the conference standings.
Well, UT Tyler is always a rivalry. It doesn't matter if it's conference or non-conference. It's always one that we want to go out and handle our business on. And, we have, Mallory. Mallory is their assistant coach, and, she used to play here as well. And Coach Mash, both the Mashes are there, and, they were my coaches as well as some of the girls' coaches still. So it's, it'll always be a rivalry in that sense. I think probably volleyball has the most rivalry. I think probably with Tyler, second to probably or close with softball. Just in that, it's a lot of ETBU X's over there, and it's really always fun to play them, and it's a good matchup, and it's always fun. We the girls like to talk to each other. A lot of our girls are really good friends with some of their girls, and it's just a fun matchup overall. They're a strong team this year. So, in preparation, we know what we have to look out for. They have really big swings, pretty much the same swings with the exception of, I think, one freshman as last year. But defensively, they've really picked up their game. So, we're really excited to play them. It'll be a good test for us, and it'll help us prepare for the long journey to Sul Ross this weekend. We will be playing McMurray, who's undefeated right now. So that'll be a tough one there too. And we're excited for that.
Absolutely, Coach. And just to close out here, just talking about, all the things that you guys have to prepare for this week. Some big challenges coming up, and just kind of talk to me just really quickly about kind of the play of Sydney Lopez this year. She's really stepped up for you guys. So just kind of talk about what she's been for the team and how she's kind of helped the other players for your team kind of accelerate and be at that level that you need them to be at for this year.
Well, Sydney, she's been a part of our program, up until this season, obviously. But she's been hurt a lot, and she's back and she's healthy, and we're just getting to see the things that we've always known she could do. She's always been a strong arm. She reads really well. She's really good defensively. I know in the recruitment process, she was one of the freshmen that was already committed when I became the coach here, and I got to watch her play. And just watching her, when she was playing club, I was just really impressed with her. I was like, man, this is a kid that she's got so much power. A lot of times the kids with power aren't necessarily your best defensive people, but she's somebody that I trust, and she could be a libero if I needed her to. And she also has really great hands if I need her to set. There was a time period when I think it was either last year or even maybe the first year where I thought about making her a setter because we were down on injuries. But she does whatever we ask her to do. If I tell her she's playing 6 rotations, she's all for it. If I tell her, you're just hitting, or if I need you to set, she's like, I'll do what you need me to do, coach. And I think that's really a leadership role for her, is that, she shows the other players, like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for this team. And that's been really encouraging for her teammates. She came in and she had some shin splints, and we work on a challenge system. We run a gasser test on the football field, and she was a little nervous about it at the beginning. And once she powered through it, we just saw a completely different change in her mentality, and that she's very focused. And I'm just really proud of how hard she's worked, because she's been a kid that's been kind of hit and miss for 2 years with all of her injuries. I think she hurt her wrist, she's hurt her leg, she's hurt her elbow. It's just been kind of nonstop, and seeing her healthy has just been really just a pleasure to see, and she really makes these teammates work. So it's fun.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck to you this weekend and this week in general. All right, folks, we're going to go head over to the women's side. We'll be talking with head coach Eric Sol.